Fixer family, it's Charmin. Welcome to Fixin' To. In last week's video, I did a bird in a picture frame that I actually made a template for using my silhouette, and I put that on burlap. And I asked you in that video if you would be interested in knowing how I created that template, how I got my print, and all the fun stuff that comes with using my vinyl cutting machine. And several of you said yes, you would definitely like to know how I did that very thing. So what I'm going to be doing today is taking you through step by step on how I create templates using my silhouette Cameo. Now I know that some of you may have a Cricut, and some of these techniques may very well translate over to a Cricut. But what I have is the Silhouette Cameo, and that's what I'm going to show you how to create these fun templates that you can use. It's also kind of the same technique that you would use if you're going to use actually, making a sign or whatever. But today I'm going to show you how to use contact paper and create a stencil for you to be able to use in your paint projects. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull up Google, and in the search bar you're just going to put what you're looking for. So to show simple, we're just going to put in bird silhouette, and once we put that in, it's going to come up looking like this, and then I'm going to click on images, and it's going to bring up all kinds of different things, and you just go in there and choose what exactly you're looking for. So I'm going to choose this bird right here. We're going to go ahead and click that and make it bigger, and then we're going to right click onto the bigger image and do save image, and then you're just going to put that wherever you can save it, find it later. I have a silhouette folder, so we'll close that out, and then we're going to open up our Silhouette Studios. Now you want to make sure that you've got your 12 by 12 mat, and we're going to go over here to our file in the top left hand corner, find the actual file we just saved, click on it, and it'll bring it into your mat. And what you want to do with it is, of course, you want to make it as big as the inside of this mat, because the reason for that is you want Silhouette Studio to be able to see it, all the details, so when we go to trace it. Now once you get it the size you need, you're going to go over here to the right side of your Silhouette Studio here in your toolbar. Now yours may be a little bit different depending on newer or older version, but you're looking for the trace tool, and then you're going to click on trace image here, and you're going to then drag a box, a gray box, over the top of your image. Now you want to make sure that all of your image is inside this gray box, and you'll see that it will turn yellow. Now that is the solid cut, and what we want is the outline cut. So we're going to go over here back over to our trace tool, and we're going to click on outline. And when you click that, it's like the yellow goes away, but if you'll look right along the edge, you'll see it kind of speckled around there, and we need a solid line. So we're going to come over here to scale, and we're going to begin to move that up, and you'll see that the yellow will begin to fill in. Now some images you will have to adjust several of these. The main two that I see that you have to adjust is scale and threshold. So you'll just move it where you need to until you see that you've got a solid yellow line all the way around your image, and then you're going to click on trace. Once you do that, the yellow goes away, and you'll see a red line now that's all around it. And we're going to move our bird, and voila, you will see the cut lines. The cut lines are red, and now we have our bird. We don't need the black one anymore, so you can delete that. And then you can take and move your bird to the size that you need for your project. in my community tab just a few days ago, I announced something amazing. And that is that I was chosen to participate in the Creative Champion Contest that is hosted by Heidi Somvel. This is a new series that she has started, and I am so excited and so just humbled that I was chosen to be a part of this contest. Now, the fun thing about this contest, it starts with 10 of us awesome crafters, and it is going to be an elimination process over 4 weeks. And what is so fun about it is you guys get to vote. And so on March the 5th, it will be kicked off with the first 10 contestants, and we are just overjoyed about it. I'm super nervous to tell you, and so I am just putting it out there so you guys can be ready for this. And I want you to make sure that you have hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified when the videos go live, so that you can find out how to go over and vote for my project. I would love for you to just have fun, enjoy all of the wonderful projects that are going to be put out there. It's also kind of going to be in a hop format, and those of you that have been a part of the Fixer family for a while know about those hops. But those of you that don't worry, they're super easy and super fun. So let's go ahead and let me finish sharing with you how to create these fun stencils. Now that you have your birds sized, we are ready to create this cut box around them. So I'm going to go ahead and move this one out of the way and show you how I created it. Now over on the right hand side, you'll see a toolbar, and you'll see that there's a box there. You'll click on the box and then click, drag, and then release after you've gotten it exactly where you want it. It's that simple. You'll get it in there, but you want to make sure before you click again, you come back over and click the arrow. Then you can make sure that your size is right, and you'll see that you have enough room around your bird that when we create the stencil, you'll be able to paint and create that beautiful bird. So now we can get rid of this box, and we are going to be ready to send it to cut. So up here in the right hand corner, you'll see the send button, and you'll see that it is darker red now. So we're going to come over here and then begin to choose our material first. Now the material that I'm using is contact paper, and it did not have a preset in it, so I had to create it. And you can easily do that down here on the blue button here where you can create a new set. You'll just click on it, and then you'll place all of your numbers where you need them, your settings, and name it what you want. And I'll make sure that I have those listed down in the description box for you. So you're going to click contact paper, and then I choose the ratchet blade. I do not like the auto blade that comes with the Silhouette Cameo. That is your choice. If you get it to work, then you can definitely use that, but for me, I don't like it. I never was able to get it to work. So now that you've gotten all of your settings, you're going to be ready to set up your machine, because you'll see that right now it's not ready. So we need to set up the machine. So for me, I keep my machine unplugged. I don't keep the power plugged to it. That's just my choice. I don't want it to get messed up, so because I've had one to get messed up. So I go ahead and plug it up, and then I use the USB cable to connect to my computer, but this machine also has Bluetooth. I just have never set it up. I just use the cable. So I'm going to connect it to my laptop and can turn get the power on it. And now I'm ready to power it up, and then we are going to get it ready to load. Now we've got our mat and our contact paper. Now this contact paper is just Duck brand contact paper that I get from Walmart. It's nothing special. They have different types of vinyls that you can make stencils with, but I just use contact paper. Now of course I'm using my 12 by 12 mat. Don't judge, I know I need a new one, but it is still sticky, and so just gonna use it. So then I just kind of get an eyeball as to where I need to cut this, and then I just take and cut it all the way down. I don't just cut out a 12 by 12 square because it can be used later. So we're just going to be cutting at the top of our mat. So I just stick it on there and we're ready to load it. And it's easy to load. There is a little guide right here on the side, and you'll just line it up with that and push it up to your rollers. Now you want to make sure that your roller is locked in place and the center rollers are evenly spaced, and then you're just going to click on load. Once that gets loaded, we're ready to go ahead and send it to the cutting machine, making sure all of your settings are right. And then the send button right down here at the bottom, you'll click it and then send it on over. Now guys, this machine is a bit loud. It sounds like it's tearing up, but I promise you it is not. It's working just fine, and you just want to make sure that your mat's not going to get bent in the back. And then you're just going to hit unload when it's done. And now let's go and weed it. Now we're going to be using, of course, a weeding tool and a little, I don't know, scraper type of thing. You can use a gift card, old used gift card, a credit card, whatever. But you'll see on here that there are cut lines. It may be hard to see on the camera, but you will be able to see them. And you're just going to what they call weed out what you don't want. And you'll just take your weeding tool and just begin to kind of lift it up in there. And you want to be really easy as you're pulling it off, but you just go ahead and pull off what you don't need. Now I wanted to show you on this other bird up here that has a little bit more finer details in the cutting, that you want to be super careful and easy as you're pulling it off, because especially contact paper will tear and stretch, and you don't want that, because you want to be able to create a seal when you're putting the stencil on your project that you're going to be painting. So be super careful and just ease it off, and then once you get it off, discard what you don't need. So I also use the clear contact paper, Duck brand contact paper, for my transfer tape. And I'm just going to get a little piece of it and go ahead and pull the backing off. And what I like to do is just kind of take it and stick it on a flat surface, kind of rubbing it down, peeling it up a few times. And what that does is that helps for it not to be like super strong sticky. I mean, you want it to stick to your contact paper, your vinyl, whatever you're using, but sometimes you don't want it to be so sticky that it won't release from your product that you're using. So I just lay it on there, try to get it on there as even as possible, so no bubbles, and then just using my little scraper here and making sure that it gets good contact. And then we're just going to take and ease it up, super easy again, and then just sticking it to the backing and saving it for your project. This is really easy and really fun. I hope that these have been some clear and easy tips on how to create these fun stencils for your paint projects. And really, a lot of these techniques for the Silhouette Cameo and their design space is the techniques that you'll use for pretty much all of your cuts that you're going to make with your vinyl. So I hope that this also helps a little bit if you own a Cricut. But know that any questions that you may have, don't hesitate to comment down below with your questions. Email me with your questions, fixin2al@gmail.com. Would love to hear from you and help you any way I can. And if I don't know the answer, I will do whatever I can to help find it for you. And if no one has told you today, You are amazing. And always remember to keep looking up, because that's where it all is. I'll see you on the next video.